Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Steph Curry. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Tucker to Paul. Deep left corner to Paul. Harden. Capella. Short jumper stays out. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down 2. Lets it fly from long range and splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Curry to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Going to launch beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. To Harden. Draymond Green able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Curry buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Here's Curry with it up top. It's 12-10. Steph Curry. He's now 4 for 6. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to explode.
Golden State at the controls. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Paul. Harden. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. To Green. Goes to the right side. Thompson. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Goes to the left side. To Harden. Tucker. Bad pass there. Warriors have it. To Durant. From long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Mike D'Antoni will use the timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Fires the 3 and the rebound grabbed by the Warriors. Passed it off. Curry. That one off the mark. It's no good. Paul. Slam dunk.
That transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
And a whistle.
And you can't lunge like that.
Steph Curry picked up by Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. It's no good. Shots not going down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Rivers. Down the lane to lay it in.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit them where it hurts.
Curry with the ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Missed it at the line. To Rivers. Nice pass to set things up.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Curry with the basketball. Up by 6. To Thompson. And this does not look good. The Warriors going to make some changes. Hope he makes a speedy recovery after the game. Can't connect on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Gets to the basket and scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. And count the basket. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. Jay and I are back after this. It's the Western Conference Finals on EA Sports. First quarter down as we get ready to start this. Second, boy, you talk about offensive efficiency, it was really high.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Thompson, that's off the side of the rim, short. For Reed. Down low for Tucker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Durant with the basketball up top. His team up by 1. Kevin Durant. He's 2 for 2 now.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
And the rebound belongs to Golden State. Livingston. Tough make through traffic.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, he had it. To Gerald Green. Count the basket at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Livingston across the timeline. Leads 1. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. To Harden. Paul. Has a look. Capella with a shot, but he can't get it to go. Curry into the front court. Up by 3. Wide open look, won't go. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Clint Capella. 4 out of 7.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Clay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Durant across the timeline. Leads 3. And scores. Strong take.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Stolen by the Warriors.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Gordon with it. Down 5. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Kevin Durant lets it fly. Deep 2 there, won't go. Paul across the timeline. They're down 3. Offensive board. Clint Capella. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Great dish to set it up. Curry. Shot won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Nice finish at the rim. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Opposing coach is gonna counter, make some changes of his own. Steph Curry against Gordon. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Harden to Paul. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Curry into the front court. Leads a bucket. Thompson, not that time. He missed it. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. And finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Thompson. Shot from the lane won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Oh, I missed a short one there.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
And that's rebounded by Golden State. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His team on top by 8. And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Fast pace, Mike D'Antoni giving his guys a breather. Harden. A bad pass there. Warriors have it. To Durant. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
It's Steph at the controls. And counted at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Durant. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one. Long key from three-quarters court. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our...
And that
first half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Curry to bring it up. His guys up by 15. To Paul. The pass set it all up. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
On a bad pass, going to be taken away by the Warriors. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
And count the basket inside.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Harden can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Draws the foul.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys down big. Warriors have it.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
It's Curry controlling the offense. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Ooh, Chris Paul. Looking good. 4 for 5.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Curry has it. P.J. Tucker swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
To Harden. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Clint Capella with the block. Houston with the basketball. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Steph Curry matched up with Paul. Here's a chance from long range, and Steph. He can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the 3.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Paul, add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Thompson. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Just a little defensive breakdown right there, and an open clay means 2 points every time.
Got it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Curry with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. The follow won't go either. Paul. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you've got to be you.
To Fareed. Tucker. It's Steph Curry with the rock. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Count the triple.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Curry into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Gerald Green. For three. Second effort. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Durant with the basketball up top. He'll run the offense. Curry. Rebound taken in by Paul. Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. 4-3. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the three.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Curry. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Houston takes over. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there. Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. 3 quarters complete. The Warriors enjoying some breathing. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
To Thompson. Lets it fly from long range, and it's Capella with the rebound. Austin Rivers to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
To Shaun Livingston. Runner here won't go down. To Fareed. Paul. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul to Fareed around the perimeter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Terrific vision. Layup goes down. Well done.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Livingston to Thompson. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Great defense, forcing the miss.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Thompson from long range. Good luck making excuses. Klay Thompson wide open. He's not going to miss that one.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Green with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Runner's good there.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Here's the rim for 2. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Iman Shumpert tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Rockets have the ball. Austin Rivers to Gerald Green. Fires the 3. Gerald Green is going to get 3 shots here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Second to 3. Got it. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Steph Curry picked up by Rivers. Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to 3s. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
And the basket good at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
The follow won't go either.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Steph Curry matched up with Harden. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
No good. Defense catching a break there. Harden, textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Curry, and the rebound taken in by the Rockets. To Gerald Green. It goes down.
attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Curry with the ball. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
And Draymond Green throws it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
First free throw is good. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Chance for Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Curry cleans you up. KD follows up with the putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Paul, he was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Now an intentional foul. Jay, I don't really see the logic behind this. It's a double-digit deficit.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. That misses with a second to go. It's the Warriors who get the victory. They are champions of the Western Conference. They're on their...
The Warriors are the Western Conference champions.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.